Number 9. The zoo hypothesis. Earth is not alone. It is under observation. The zoo hypothesis suggests that humanity has never been ignored. Instead, we are being watched, deliberately and continuously. According to this theory, advanced civilizations discovered Earth long ago, but made a conscious decision not to interfere, not because they lacked the technology, but because interference would contaminate our natural development. In this scenario, Earth functions as a protected reserve, a controlled environment where a young species is allowed to evolve without direct contact. This idea offers a disturbing explanation for one of science's greatest mysteries, the silence of the universe. With so many stars and potentially habitable planets, intelligent life should be common. The absence of communication may not be accidental, it may be enforced. What makes this theory unsettling is the timing of certain observations. Reports of unidentified aerial phenomena increased sharply after humanity detonated its first nuclear weapons. For the first time, our species demonstrated the ability to destroy itself, and possibly its planet. From that point on, objects were reported near missile silos, nuclear test sites, and military installations across multiple countries. They showed no hostility, no attempts at communication, only observation. If the zoo hypothesis is correct, contact will not occur when humanity demands answers. It will occur only when the observers decide we have reached a point that justifies intervention or termination. Number 8. The ancient contact theory. Visitors came before recorded history. The ancient contact theory argues that extraterrestrial interaction did not begin in the modern era. It began thousands of years ago, when human civilization was still forming. Ancient cultures around the world recorded encounters with beings descending from the sky. These accounts appear in myths, carvings, and religious texts, not as fiction, but as historical memory. What makes this strange is the consistency. Civilizations that never interacted describe remarkably similar events: luminous beings, flying vehicles, and visitors who brought knowledge far beyond the capabilities of the time. The Sumerians, Egyptians, Maya, and others all spoke of gods who taught agriculture, mathematics, astronomy, and architecture. Then there are the structures themselves. The precision of the pyramids, the engineering at Pumapunku, and the age and complexity of Göbekli Tepe challenge traditional timelines of human development. These achievements appear suddenly, without clear evolutionary steps. Supporters of this theory believe the visitors did not stay. They intervened briefly, accelerated human progress, and then left, often promising to return. If this theory is correct, humanity is not awaiting first contact. We are awaiting the return of something that already knows us. Number 7. The nuclear monitoring theory. Someone is watching our most dangerous technology. One of the most disturbing patterns in modern UFO reports is their connection to nuclear weapons. Declassified military documents from the United States, Russia, and other nuclear powers describe unidentified objects hovering over missile sites, disabling warheads, and interfering with launch systems. These reports come from trained personnel, radar operators, missile officers, and pilots, not civilians. In some cases, missiles shut down completely while unknown objects were present. In others, weapons activated without authorization, as if being tested or examined. What makes this theory chilling is its focus. These objects do not appear randomly. They appear near nuclear facilities, submarines, and command centers. Their behavior is consistent, precise, and controlled. Supporters believe nuclear technology represents a critical threshold in a civilization's development, the moment when a species gains extinction-level power without the maturity to manage it. If that is true, then these encounters are not acts of aggression. They are inspections. And the implication is deeply unsettling. Someone may be watching to see whether humanity survives its own inventions. Number 6. The government contact, cover-up contact, may have already happened in secret. The government cover-up theory suggests that humanity did not fail to make contact. Instead, contact was made quietly behind closed doors and deliberately hidden from the public. Supporters of this theory point to a clear pattern that emerged after the mid-20th century. Following incidents like Roswell, governments around the world abruptly classified massive amounts of aerospace and astronomical research. Entire projects disappeared into black budgets. Facilities were built in remote locations, inaccessible and unacknowledged. At the same time, reports from pilots, radar operators, astronauts, and military personnel became more frequent and more consistent. Objects tracked visually and on radar. Craft outperforming any known human technology. Events witnessed simultaneously by multiple trained observers. And yet, official responses remained the same: denial, dismissal, silence. According to this theory, leaders feared that open confirmation would destabilize civilization. Religions could collapse, political systems could lose legitimacy, public trust might fracture beyond repair. The darkest version suggests something even worse: that contact was not reassuring, that governments may have been warned or instructed to remain silent. If this theory is correct, then the greatest discovery in human history has already occurred, and humanity was never allowed to know. Number 5. The astronaut whisper theory. What is seen in orbit never reaches the ground for decades. Astronauts have hinted at encounters they are not permitted to discuss openly. These statements are rarely direct. They appear as pauses, evasive language, or comments made long after retirement. Objects pacing spacecraft. Lights accelerating without propulsion. Shapes appearing alongside capsules, then vanishing instantly. These accounts come from individuals trained to recognize reflections, debris, and natural phenomena. Yet the descriptions don't match anything officially acknowledged. What makes this theory unsettling is the consistency. Astronauts from different countries, different missions, and different eras describe the same behavior. Objects maintaining a fixed distance, mirroring movement, observing silently. Some reports mention sudden communication blackouts, coinciding with sightings. Others describe being told to redirect attention or stop recording entirely. If Earth is being monitored, orbit would be the most logical vantage point, and astronauts would be the first to know. The theory suggests they have seen more than they can ever say, and that silence is not optional. Number 4. The interdimensional visitor theory. They may not come from space at all. This theory proposes a disturbing alternative. Extraterrestrials may not originate from distant stars, but from dimensions beyond our perception. Modern physics allows for the possibility of additional dimensions folded into reality, invisible and inaccessible to us. A being existing within such dimensions could enter and exit our world without traveling through space. To us, they would appear briefly, blur at the edges, ignore gravity and solid matter, then vanish. That description matches countless reports throughout history, from ancient sightings to modern encounters. Objects that flicker in and out of view, shapes that shift form, craft that defy inertia and physical constraints. If this theory is true, then capturing evidence becomes nearly impossible. These entities wouldn't need ships, landing sites, or communication signals. They could observe us without ever fully entering our reality. In that case, contact may already be happening constantly. We simply lack the senses to perceive it clearly. And the most unsettling implication is this: they may see us far more clearly than we see them. Number 3, the deep ocean contact theory. They didn't arrive, they were already here. The deep ocean contact theory suggests that non-human intelligence may not have come from the stars at all. Instead, it may have evolved right here on Earth, far below the surface. Over 70% of the planet is covered by ocean, yet much of the deep sea floor remains unexplored. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about our own deepest trenches. For decades, naval crews and submarine operators have reported unidentified submerged objects, USOs, moving at speeds impossible for known technology. These objects can dive deeper than any human-made vessel, maneuver sharply underwater, and in some cases, launch directly into the sky without slowing down. These sightings often occur near deep ocean trenches, volcanic vents, and underwater cave systems, places humans rarely reach. If an intelligent species evolved in the ocean, it would not resemble us. It would not need air, sunlight, or surface cities. It could remain hidden indefinitely, developing technology adapted to extreme pressure and darkness. If this theory is correct, then Earth was never contacted. It was shared. And humanity may be the newcomer, not the dominant intelligence on this planet. Number 2, the biological contact theory. Contact may have happened at the microscopic level. This theory suggests that alien contact didn't involve spacecraft, messages, or visible beings. It involved biology. The idea is rooted in panspermia, the possibility that life can travel between planets on comets, asteroids, or interstellar dust. If simple organisms can survive space, then alien biology could have reached Earth long before humans existed. Some scientists point to extremophiles, organisms that thrive in radiation, boiling acid, or extreme cold, as evidence that life may not be limited to Earth-like conditions. Others note sudden evolutionary leaps, such as the Cambrian explosion, where complex life appeared abruptly without clear, gradual steps. The unsettling implication is that some life on Earth may not be native. It may have been introduced. If that's true, alien contact didn't shape our technology or culture. It shaped our evolution. Humanity itself could be part of a much larger biological process playing out across the universe, one we don't yet understand and never consented to. Number 1, the ancient probe theory. They may have been watching since before we existed. The final theory proposes that contact didn't happen recently or even historically. It happened millions, possibly billions of years ago. According to this idea, advanced civilizations may have sent autonomous probes across the galaxy long before humanity evolved. These machines wouldn't resemble traditional spacecraft. They would be silent, durable, self-repairing, and designed to remain hidden. Their mission would be simple: observe emerging worlds. Some theorists believe unusual objects detected in our solar system, objects that accelerate without explanation or reflect light unnaturally, could be ancient probes awakening when they detect signs of intelligence. These machines wouldn't communicate, they wouldn't intervene, they would simply watch. Their creators may no longer exist, but the probes remain. If this theory is correct, then Earth has never been alone, not for a single moment of its history. We are being studied by relics older than our species, older than our civilization, possibly older than our planet itself. And the most disturbing thought of all is this: contact may not be coming, because it already happened, and we were never meant to notice.